Marathon Gaming back on tour, about to set off on a 3-hour journey to the Dome in Doncaster, to the UK's biggest video game market, and that's their words, not mine. So let's go see it for ourselves. Let's get going and check it out. A Subway for breakfast. If you haven't tried their hash browns, you have to. Well, there we go. The general admission, £3 entry after 12 o'clock queue has begun. Luckily, I got in the queue at 10 to 12, so this is just people holding, waiting to be let in from 12. And I thought I was at the back of the queue, but no, the queue stretched on and on and on. We didn't get moving until about 5 or 10 past 12, and look how far it went back. Unbelievable, Jeff. So there was a limited number of tickets for access before 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, and it was £3 after 12. So yeah, not bad. And then I headed in. Look at all this glorious artwork. I was keeping an eye. I'm assuming these are headers for arcade cabs, and I've got like a jammer cab which I want to turn into like a track and field sort of, you know, artwork on it. So I was having a look for any like hyper sports or track and field, but unfortunately there was nothing there of that nature. There was absolutely loads of like movie posters, game posters, all really well printed and really well priced. I actually picked up some bargain game posters to get framed for the games room. So I'll show you all the pickups at the end of the video back at the games room. There's so much stock, so many stalls. They were right, it really is the UK's biggest video game market. Like, I could have filmed for days, but there were so many stalls, it was so busy, it was quite overwhelming. You'll see in a minute when I hold the camera up to show the crowd and who's in there. But I tried to get just some various different, you know, footage, not too long on each stall, so I wanted to show you guys a little bit of everything. So yeah, just hang tight and you'll probably see something you'd like, or whatever your console you're collecting for. But I couldn't film every stall because it is, if you've been there, guys, let me know, hit me up in the comments. It was absolutely huge. You could not capture every moment. I did my best, but you really can't. If any of you guys are local to the Midlands or Doncaster or Barnsley or the surrounding areas, you might recognise some of the shops and those Sore Thumbs retro games. There was, I think, Lizard Retros. A few shops I recognise the names on the website, so they are, you know, gaming shops within not too far distance from Doncaster, I guess, and they took their stock in and set up some stalls. So some of you guys may see or recognise some of the people throughout this video. I was really trying my hardest to like find some Dreamcast games. I really wanted to get a few Dreamcast games today, but I kept seeing the same ones over and over again. I did pick up a Dreamcast game, which I'll show you guys at the end of the video in the pickups. And look at that box, Dragon 32. I've got one of those at home, but not in that condition. Absolutely stunning. I'm sure from the background noise and the atmosphere, you can truly hear how busy and big an event this was. And look at that. Look, guys. That is huge. There's so many people here. It's rammed, like, just to soak in that atmosphere. We'll get an idea of what sort of event, you know, this is. And I don't think I've ever seen so many original Xbox games in one place. Obviously not just in this stall, but just in general. I always have a little look at Xbox games because I know my good friend Goldtooth, unfortunately he was working today, so I couldn't meet up with him because he's from Doncaster, but he's going for a full set. I think he sent me his list, but I didn't see anything there. I'll tell you what, look, this is mad. While I was filming this, there was Prime for sale, right? That drink Prime everyone's going crazy about, and some kid next to me literally bought some Prime. He wasn't interested in the games, but he brought a bottle of Prime for £5. Madness. Okay, so there's a little sneak peek. You see me pick up that WWF Royal Rumble, and I've been gunning about that at a couple of last recent hunts. So yeah, that's one I've picked up in the bag. There's actually one or two other things on this store I did pick up as well, so you'll see that at the end of the pickups. I'll pick up this sealed Resident Evil game for the 3DS. Did I not? Stay tuned for you. And I love my boxing games. I honestly thought I had all of them, but I've never seen HBO boxing. It was only £3. It can't be that good. But maybe I picked it up, maybe I didn't. Look how beautiful those Game Boys are. I want an original Game Boy in that yellow colour. Stunning.
Yeah, was it like the final release that was still played or something like that?
Again, aerial shot, just so you guys can appreciate the magnitude of this gaming market. All those perfectly aligned spines. It sends shivers down your spine, doesn't it? Just seeing it's like gaming heaven. All so well, neatly organised and stacked. It was a pleasure for the eyes. It really was.
There you go, another pinball game for the collection.
And here's a little sneak peek of another game I picked up, one for the 360. And there's another YouTuber there. Can you spot him? We'll come back to that tuber in a minute, because I did get a picture and have a good old chat with him. Nightmare Creatures 2. It was nice to see some cartridges as well, so a lot of Atari games, which is really, really cool. Don't see a lot, you know. Zoom in here, I was checking out Xena Warrior Princess, however you say it, but had no manual, and it was, he didn't say it, it was labelled as no manual in poor condition. There's another little sneak peek. There's some little accessories I picked up there. I absolutely love this game. Had it digital only, so I had to pick it up. Friday 13th. For shame it was run to the ground and they couldn't agree right until it got left. But yeah, me and some friends have played, I reckon, 200 hours on the Switch on that game. Absolutely awesome. So fun. And here he is again. That's Dan the Games Man. Bumped into him. Had a good old chat. I met him for the first time, speaking with him on a live stream on Swap Shop last week. He's a really, really nice guy. I heard he was going, so he brought an NES title off of me last week on a Swap Shop, so I took it with me. It was lovely to have a good chat with him and meet him in real person. I'll put a link in description to his channel, so check out Dan the Games Man. He makes awesome game hunting videos, so yeah, good content creator. Check him out, show him some love.
I'm a person I'll go with.
So I don't know if you guys can hear that voice in the background, but yeah, if you do, it probably sounds familiar. That's Gebs24, obviously the awesome Gebs24 from YouTube. She's really, really lovely, really sweet. She let me take a photo of her, which is really, really nice. I spotted her, she was talking to someone. I kept my eye on her because I thought it'd be really awesome. Like, I might not see her again. I wanted to get a picture of her. I wanted to have a chat with her, but literally while I was waiting to see if I can get a photo with her, she's really approachable, really nice, you know. She's got time for everyone, but everyone was obviously trying to talk to her and get a picture of her, so it's probably a bit, much. I didn't want to waste her time. She's trying to do her own thing. She had a body cam on her. She's trying to do her own videos, her own content. So, it was really nice that she's got the time to speak to everyone and she let me take a photo with her. Like I say, she's really approachable, really, really lovely. Again, I'll put a link in the comments to Gebs' channel, but I'm sure you know she is. But yeah, she's obviously got a lot of subscribers, so she's got high profile, so everyone was recognising her there today because this is all people, from the hobby. So, but yeah, Gebs24 is really nice. It's a shame I didn't get to speak with her, but I was just trying to show her respect by not wasting her time and let her crack on. But yeah, I said, cheers for the photo, I'll let you crack on. don't want to waste your time. It's literally what I said and what I did. But yeah, big up Gebs. How awesome was that game? NFL Blitz. I remember that was such a fun game. And I couldn't believe my eyes. Silent Hill, even on Platinum, I think was like priced at 80 quid. I don't know if it's the same game or series of games, but I remember like on the PC back in the day on DOS, I used to play Police Quest and Space Quest, which is like a point and click adventure game. Don't know if anyone, let me know in the comments if you guys remember that series. Don't know if that's the same game or not. I did actually pick up a fair few Switch games, so I'll show you all of those as pickups at the end. This game, The Weakest Link, has got to be one of the worst titles on the PS1. It's so slow with the loading. If you've played it, you know what I mean. If you haven't, just don't. Avoid it at all costs. I think that's it. We've been round about 5-6 times. Let's head back to the games room for the pickups. Right, that was a 6-hour round trip, so I was gasping for a beer. I'm absolutely knackered. But I've just got in. I nearly crashed the car, putting it back on the drive. I'm that tired. But I thought we'd go straight to the pickups while I was still living on the hype of today. As you can see, the highlights of today is probably getting a photo with Gebs24. It's nice to bump into her. Just gutted that I didn't speak to her. But I just felt like it was a bit too busy, really. And, you know, she's been stopped by everyone. She's been really nice and really approachable. She's really lovely. And she had time for everyone. But I just didn't want to... I wanted to let her get on. She had a little camera on her. So, obviously, she was trying to do her own thing. So, I didn't want to bother her. So it was great to see her anyway. It was great to see Dan. So I met him on the swap shop. We was both on there last weekend. And he did buy an NES game off me. I did miss him when I was in his town in Norwich the other week on Saturday. Because he was working. So I knew he was going up there today. So that was cool. So I took the game with me and hand-delivered it. Saved on postage. Everyone was a winner. Now let's get on to the pickups of what I actually got. I've got a nice mixture of stuff down below. I don't know why I've put it down here. But so we'll start off with some Switch games. So this is pretty cool. So Friday 13th, it's probably my second favourite game on the Switch, even though it's died to death. Me and my friends have had a good 200 or 300 hours, I think. Definitely, yeah, I think 200 hours or so of this game online. Good fun. It didn't get supported, and unfortunately, it's so glitchy. We've had such a laugh on there. And it's got a real, like fan base, real strong fan base. Like I think even the voice of Vanessa I met on a group through Facebook from the actual game, and we played with her once. Like there's some funny glitches on there. So I had it digitally this game, and yeah, to get the actual Ultimate Slash edition just for the collections, the collector's piece is awesome. And I think 20 quid's pretty well priced. Here's another game which was for the Switch, not something that was on my list, but it looked fun. Just a trial bike game, looked like a good laugh, and again it's only 15 quid. Not really one I see often, so I thought that'd be fun to play, and if I don't like it, I probably won't lose much money getting rid of it. Now this is one that was on my list, and I think it was well priced. I'll put the price up there if I'm wrong with CEX. This was only £20, and it's SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. A lot of people went on about this game. It sort of passed me by. I was a bit too old to get into SpongeBob. I caught the back end of it, but I think the the younger generation, this is pure nostalgia for them. So I think they're really enjoying it. So I think this like collector's piece, and so yeah, it's from the GameCube era, isn't it? So I think it's quite desirable to collect that. So that's what I've got. So I'm looking forward to trying all of those. If I don't like them, of course I'll move them on because there's like 200 games down there, and the Switch rack is bloody full up. Now here's a couple of strange ones. I like my old boxing games. I got this for free. It gave it for free. It was only £3. I thought I had all boxing games for the PS1, but I've never seen that. HBO boxing. It's probably rubbish. It's only £3, but I thought just a bit of fun. I'll give that a go. I do like the boxing games. The guy gave it to me for free because I don't really play a lot of handheld. Even my Switch, I tend to play it docked. And I haven't really got many 3DS games, and mainly Pokemon ones. But I do like Resident Evil, and it was Resident Evil Revelations. You can see it's £20 there, but it's sealed. That might be quite cool just to have for display, for the collection for a bit. And I probably wouldn't lose much money if I did move it on. But yeah, I don't know how much. I put it up there. I don't know how much it is just to get a copy of that anyway to play. But yeah, it's sealed. I just saw it. I thought, you know what, I'll pick that up. A lot of these were impulse buys. I wasn't looking for anything particular. I did say to myself on the way up there, I always look for Switch stuff, but I'm not really bothered about some of the other retro console bits at the moment. But if I did see a load of Dreamcast games, I would like to check them out. But I did see a lot of the same games, to be honest with you, over and over again. But having said that, I did pick up a Dreamcast game, so we'll see that now. So you probably saw my Norwich game hunting video. I saw a copy of Royal Rumble. You do see it quite a lot, WWF Royal Rumble game. It's only like 15 quid or something on CEX. But I was waiting for like a decent condition one where the case weren't cracked. The reason why I like it, it's pure nostalgia. It was the first, I believe it was anyway, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, it was the first Royal Rumble game, well, first Royal Rumble you could play where you could have more than 4 people in the ring at the same time. I think you could have up to 6 people or maybe even 8. But generally, all games before that, like on a PlayStation or consoles before, you get 4 people in the ring and then one would have to go out for the time of the start for the next person to come in. So this was the first game to do that. So I saw it even for £15 today, but this was 30 quid, and I just thought, because if I do play it, it's going to be playing it once for nostalgia. I'm probably not going to play it again, but I do want to own it. It's one of them games I just want to own. So I found a sealed copy of it for 30 quid. It's probably, it's quite expensive. Some people might think it's a bit silly, but I'm happy to pay £30 for a sealed copy of it. That's obviously a baggie over the top of it. I'll take that off. It's in obviously lovely condition, all sealed. But yeah, you're probably thinking I've paid too much for it, but just to own it sealed for a while, and then if I ever did want to crack it open, I can do. So that's what I got there. I got an Xbox 360 title, which I know nothing about. It's looked really unique. Don't know if you guys have seen this. It's called Death Smiles. It's looked really cool. It's only £20, and it's not a game I see often. And I do play on Xbox 360 quite regularly, and I do regularly collect for it. I'll trade games in and out. Obviously, I don't hold on to anything that long, to be fair, but yeah, I saw this and it just looked really interesting, so it's looked quite cool. It looks like one of those things that would be collectibles. I don't know if that's something you guys see or how rare it is. Again, I'll pop it up there in the corner on CEX just for price comparison. I haven't checked out any of these things before I've bought them, so I don't know if I've got a good deal or not until I edit this video, so I don't know if I've been mugged off or if I got a good deal. But that one's from LL Cool James. LL Cool Games. Hello, Cool James. Jesus Christ, Scott, go to bed. Right. This game, again, this is sealed. I've just got this to prop next. You can't see, but obviously all the gaming consoles I play down. There's a few screens in the room. There's one down there I play a lot of game consoles on. There's a big screen up there for the Switch, and then below that it's a CRT, and there's like the Intellivision and stuff down there. So this is Intellivision for the PS2 sealed, and I thought that was just. The games look really cool in the back. I would definitely like to play it, but I thought that would be cool to keep sealed. Take the baggie off, of course, but to keep it sealed just next to the Intellivision, because it might look cool. And again, it's only 20 quid, so I did want to open it and play it. I'm assuming that's a game that's, only £5 to pick up if it's 20 quid sealed, I'm assuming. So, but yeah, just the old Intellivision. I do like the old cartridge stuff. It's good fun. I like my Intellivision and my Atari. Now, here's some cool bits. Some posters. I had loads of posters there. Some of them are really big, but these are good size. You can get these framed and they'd be lovely for the games room. They're only £1 each. So I've got Streets of Rage. It's not Streets of Rage 2, just the first one. I thought that would be a really cool bit of artwork to have in a frame in the games room. And then they had lots of Silent Hill posters. But I didn't want anything too scary, so I've gone for vaguely scary, vaguely sexy. Because you can see a lady with her chest out carrying a plate of God knows what. Yeah, so I've gone for Silent Hill Origins poster. I can't remember, what's her name? Is it Claire? I can't remember. But yeah, I like Silent Hill. Obviously I played Silent Hill 1 lately. But yeah, so I just thought that'd be two cool posters to get framed for the old games room. I still need to get hold of Silent Hill 2 for the Xbox. I'm trying to go through them all like I did with Resident Evil. So I've got hold of all the Resident Evils now on the PS1, and I want to go through. I've got a few like of the later ones, a few from the 360, but I'm trying to play them all from the beginning. So I need to get my arse in gear and get on with the second one. But yeah, so I've got those two posters I thought were really cool because they look great framed. And this is really, really cool. So this is the last thing I got. I got these coasters because I've got loads of coasters in the games room. Like some of them are cardboard, like Mario ones, like party ones that come from Switch games. Some of them are like, I'll show you, like little plastic Mario Kart ones. I don't know, they're like gifts from different people. But anyway, these guys were selling them, I don't know, like a few quid each or 4 for a tenner or whatever it was. And I literally, they had all like some real favourite games of mine. So Silent Hill, which I've played a lot of in the past 6 months. So that was really cool to get hold of that. So that's cool. I had all the different Pokemon ones. I thought about getting all different colours, you know, red, blue, yellow. They even had the green one, Bulbasaur, but I just went for Pikachu. It's really cool. They're actually double-sided, which is mental. I'm assuming these are coasters, but yeah, double-sided. How cool is that? Yeah, hard plastic, really cool little coasters. Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal World Tour is like my favourite PlayStation game, but Twisted Metal World Tour is like number 2, isn't it? I haven't actually really played Twisted Metal, but yeah, so got to pick Twisted Metal, and then the game I really want, but it's like 400 quid. I'm never going to bloody get it, and that is Clock Tower. So I was absolutely over the moon, so I can chuck away all these other little cardboard bits. So yeah, really, really happy with those. But yeah, so I wasn't really looking for anything in particular. I'd like to pick up a couple of Dreamcast games or something a bit different, maybe a game for the Saturn or something, but if there's Switch games, I was always going to pick them up. As you can see from the footage, I mean, first thing, like when I kept on showing you, didn't I, how how busy and how huge it was. It really is the biggest one in the UK. But I like the more social side of these expos and stuff like that. This was literally just loads of shops bringing in, you know, all of their stock. And it's just like, I'm quite lucky because I've got some really good retro gaming shops within like a 15-20 minute drive. But if you haven't got any good shops near you, just using CEX and charity shops, obviously you'd love something like this. But whether I'd rush back to it next year, I don't know. If I was more local, I would do. But for a 3-hour journey, I'd probably wait till it comes up in London. But yeah, I did enjoy my time today. But I enjoyed a more social side and meeting up with people. But there wasn't really anyone I knew that was going today, which was a shame. So obviously, when we went to Nottingham Gaming Expo, even though that was like 1/8 to the size of this was today, had a lot more fun there because we met up with a load of people and we sort of made it, you know, you get out of it what you make of it. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, it was great today. And like as soon as I saw Dan, like literally same thing, first sentence come out of his mouth, I was like, "Oh, how you finding it?" He went, "It's a bit overwhelming." That's the same thing I thought. There was just so much going on. But yeah, highlights of today. Maybe the coasters. And then meeting Gebs, getting a photo of her, and Dan the Games Man. But yeah, that's it. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Hit me in the comments if you want to chat about anything. New videos coming out every Sunday morning, generally at 10 o'clock, and every Wednesday from 5 in the evening. I'll see you guys soon. I'm Scott at Marathon Gaming. Cheers.
Welcome to Marathon Gaming. Boom!